Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Robbo's Gobcast Sports Show. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to episode 2 of the Euros podcast. Today, we're going to be doing something that most podcasts are doing, but it's sort of the go-to for a tournament. So today, we're going to be doing our team selection that England are going to be picking that we think or who we would have against Croatia, the revenge game for the World Cup. Then we've got some important questions that we're going to be doing about the tournament. And then we are going to go for our predictions for Matchday ONE. I've got 4 games that I think are quite, well, they're all important, but ones that I feel like are a little bit standout-y compared to the others. Big games, big responsibilities, big wins. So before we get into it and before we do anything, don't forget down below in the description is a link to all of our social media pages. Don't forget to give it a like and follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, which you will be, you won't be listening to it at the moment, as we're just concentrating on YouTube at the moment, don't forget to go and subscribe. Give us a like and go and share it with your friend. If you go and pass it on to one of your friends and just tell them that you enjoyed it, just say, go and give this a listen. That'll be very, very helpful. So thank you very much. And yes, I have stolen that from the Peter Crap podcast because I have been listening to that quite a lot recently on the train to work and back. It's frigging brilliant. If you guys have ever had the opportunity to go and listen to it, just listen I'm starting from the beginning, working my way up to where it is now, and it's just amazing. So before we get into it, before we hold and give, but we've got to do it at the right time, before we all go and have a vindaloo and 3 lions on our chest, it can't go wrong. How is everyone? We are with today Adam and Matthew. David can't join us today, but he was meant to send over some stuff, but he hasn't today because he's been a bit busy. But he will be back for the next one. How are we both? Matthew, I'm going to start with you. How are you feeling?
Great.
Would you like to tell the people that are watching this or listening to this why, 1, your camera's off, and 2, you're in a bit of a bad situation?
I was playing football trainer, dislocated my knee. There's no point going into detail. The knee popped out and put back in, and I was at hospital till like 3 a.m. and I got home really late, so it hurt a lot.
So, how many times have you done it to that knee now?
Once before, twice now. Obviously, this is the second time.
Yeah. So, and who got woken up to come and fucking stand in a field with you?
Well, I did actually only call Mum. You did,
and then yeah, Mum just goes, "Matt, I've got to go and pick your brother up. He's done something to his fucking knee again." I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Yeah.
Such a plonker. How are you feeling now, anyways? Are you feeling any better?
Not really. No, it just aches. I just want to be able to walk. Yeah, it is what it is.
It is quite a sight, by the way. People that if you won't be able to see it, but it is quite a funny sight when you walk into his bedroom and he's just got one leg just completely straight and the other one's just fucking around doing whatever it wants. Adam, how are you? You're looking rather good today, young man. Have you been going to the gym or anything?
No, I just put on my England top, but it's a rugby one because I'm not getting my England one until like tomorrow or Friday. So
no, right. Yeah. What, the new one?
No, that's 70 quid. So I was like, no, thank you.
So expensive.
Yeah. I can get a retro one for half the price, so I may as well. I got the 1982 one, which is quite nice. Well, it's the only one really that did my size that wasn't sold out. So
no, that's all right.
Yeah,
that's all right. Before we get into what we're going to get into, are you excited for the Euros?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Something different, isn't it? Like from the usual. So yeah, I'm excited.
And this is the most important question I'm going to ask. Is it coming home?
Yes.
This is probably the best chance that we have of winning it. I can't see us winning it in Qatar because of the conditions. Even though it's winter, I just can't see us winning a tournament when it's like stifling hot. I think it will still be quite hot in Qatar by the time it's winter. So I think this is probably our best chance, along with Euro 2024 maybe. I think we've got a good set of players, and no matter what happens, Gareth Southgate is the most successful manager we've had this millennium. So,
okay, so we're gonna get into I've just thought of this. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna prep you guys before, but I would have. But I've just thought of it. Bit of controversial things that have happened during England friendlies. So fans are now allowed back in. And with fans now allowed back in, which is great, by the way. I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Players taking the knee is now getting booed. So you've got two things looking at this. You've got some people that say it's because of a political right-wing movement. They don't want to support a
left wing,
right wing. It's not Sterling or Rashford. It's something a political movement that is trying to stir up things. You've got people that are just racist. Let's be honest, that are doing it just out of racism. And then there's people that don't agree with the message but don't boo. What is your take on the booing? Gareth Southgate did a fantastic piece. I think it was in the Athletic or somewhere. I can't remember where it was.
Players Tribune, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was. But I read it, and I know me reading, fucking shock. And the way he has with words and what he described it is fantastic. Adam, I'm going to go to you first. With someone that did this type of thing for his uni work, for his changing perspectives, if that's the right one.
Well, I think it's more like I write about politics, so
yeah, so
I'm kind of more interested in stuff.
What have you made of the booing, and what have you made of the whole situation?
I mean, I don't think they should be booed. I mean, obviously we should have free speech and everything, but I mean, if it was me and I disagree with it and disagree with them taking the knee, then I'd just remain silent. Like, it's up to them what they do at the end of the day, and as long as they're not doing like a Nazi salute, then I'm kind of fine with it. Is there a solution to this problem? I mean, I think people are going to carry on booing regardless. Yeah. I don't think it's going to just go away. So, I mean, there's people there that can make the link between that and Black Lives Matter organisation. I think you have to kind of decipher between the Black Lives Matter organisation and the movement, and I think the movement is one that just campaigns for racial equality, and the organisation is the one that many people have the problem with quite left-wing views, and people will associate the organisation with the knee specifically. Now, I don't think it was from Black Lives Matter originally. I think people have done that before.
Colin Kaepernick did it in the NFL when it was racial injustice towards the police in America. So Colin Kaepernick was the very first person when Donald Trump took over as president in America. When the racial injustice started, he was the first person to take a knee during the national anthem, not disrespect the flag or anything. It was to try and highlight the racial injustice from that, and got still not in the NFL. He got banned from it, and teams won't sign him and all this and all that.
But Southgate is saying that it's not about left-wing views, and I completely respect his decision on that. I mean, what I would do strategically, and maybe it's a matter of principle that they shouldn't change the knee, but what I would do is I'd have players standing shoulder to shoulder, still 10 seconds or 30 seconds before the game each game, so that then the knee is not involved, and that then you can get people who are skeptical about it on side. Now, people who are already skeptical about it, some of them won't be on side no matter what, because those people just are racist and they're using this as a cover. But there's some people who perhaps still haven't read Gareth Southgate's article and don't read the news a lot and still associate it with the organisation. Now, what I would do is have players standing shoulder to shoulder before each game, and then what you can do is you can get the people that are kind of skeptical about it but are not racist over to your side, and then you've got more people on that side fighting against racism, and then it becomes less about politics. And I think that's probably the way that they should go with it, to be honest with you. And then, you know, you can put the ball back in the, you know, the racist court, and just, you know, you can then make the, you know, the statement that, right, so we've changed the knee now, we've done something different, and you're still against it. So, you know, what is your actual motive here? So you're getting more people on side if you take away the knee. But I mean, some people will say it's a matter of principle that, you know, you shouldn't stop taking the knee just because some people booed. But that's what I would do personally. But I'm just a white guy, so.
Matthew, what do you think?
I think people should boo it, because the thing is, no matter who boos it, whether you've got valid reasons or not, you're just going to be looked at as a racist, because people are going to assume that you're booing against the cause, because there is so much racism in football. So although, like Adam said, there are some valid points out there to why people are opposed to it now, because I think it's changed a lot from what it started as. If you're booing something that represents Black lives, you're going to be viewed as you are racist, because you can't speak for what you believe in. And the problem is, as well, is that a lot of them probably are racist, which means you're just going to get, like, it's like you get painted with the same brush. I feel like booing it isn't going to help. One, you're going to look really bad as a person, and two, it's going to make the matter even worse and make the racists think what they're doing is acceptable. The best way to go about it is it more needs to be spoken, like with like what Gareth Southgate said, this, that, and the other. It needs to be more spoken than joining in with what the racists are doing. Like you said, if we can talk to the people that have their rights and get us all on one side, it means that we can target that minority and sort them out and get them out of football. But again, I'm just a white guy.
But that's how you create changes. That you get people on side, you get people on board. Okay, sometimes there's a horrible compromise that you have to do, and you know, for me, it's easy for me to say it because I'm a white guy and I don't necessarily experience racism at all. But I'm looking at this strategically when perhaps I shouldn't. Perhaps it's a matter of principle that they continue to take the knee. But looking at it strategically, if you want to create real change, then you're going to have to perhaps get more people on side by maybe standing shoulder to shoulder. But again, that's just my point of view.
Yeah, as myself, look, I'm not against the knee at all. I think doing the knee but it's lost all meaning. There's talk. There's so much talk about racial injustice, doing something different, but no one's actually doing anything about it. And that's the thing that look, I would never boo the knee. If I had to do a football match and someone said to me, right, before the match we're taking the knee, I'll take the knee. I'm one of those people that I'm happy to do that. I'm one of those. But at what point do we look at it and go, you're just doing it now for publicity. You're not doing it for actual meaning behind it. And that's one of the things that, like, Wilfried Zaha, by the way, gets shit ton of stick, right? And wrongfully so, because he doesn't take the knee, because he's standing up against the people that. So his way of doing it, and quote me if I am wrong, but my understanding of why Zaha doesn't take the knee anymore is because, one, he's saying it's become one of the. Everyone wants to do it now. It's become more. It has no meaning anymore. And at the same time, he says that we keep doing it, nothing's going to change. So he's standing up against the racists as well. He's not bowing. He says he doesn't want to bow down to them. He's standing up against them. And rightfully so. I listened to the Jamie Carragher's podcast about a week or so ago, and he was on it, and he speaks very well about everything as well. So it's one of those things. It's one of those situations where it's like a lot of things these days. You've got to be very careful in what you say and what you do. Unfortunately, to some elder statesmen, you can't just say or do what you want to do anymore and just get away with it. Now you're going to be called up on it. Now you're going to have things coming back at you, and now you're going to look like a complete plonker. There was a video, I don't know whether you guys have seen this on TikTok, of this bald guy with the England flag, an England 3 lions tattooed on his arm. And when they did the knee, he recorded himself looking away from the TV into the camera with the TV behind him going, boo.
Yeah, I saw that.
Boo. It's like, the fuck? One, got to be very careful where I say this. One, I bet you he was taking a knee to record that video to be in front of the telly. So he's just fucking doubled himself up there, being an absolute tit. And he's stereotype all bald men. All bald men with England flag tattoos. And it's just, you swat.
Well, it's like just going back to your point about the social media boycott. That's why I didn't do it, because I didn't know what it was going to
It had no meaning behind that. That was just publicity again.
I mean, I respect people who did it to try and create change, but I didn't know what was going to change. So in the end, I posted about it more instead of boycotting.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I would not do the social media break because there's no fucking point. It's just you're not talking about a subject that you should be talking about. We should be talking more about these racists, not giving them a platform by their names. We should be educating people about why this word isn't allowed. Why taking the knee means something. Why this means that. Why this does that. Look, when I was at school, we've talked about this several times on the podcast before. When I was at school, we learned fuck all. We learned history to a point where we learned about Jack the Ripper, like he's gonna fucking do anything these days. And it's just, it makes no sense with that. With the history, it should be teaching people about culture, about
we learned nothing,
and everything like that. It's just like RS, or our religious studies, however you want to call it. We learned nothing about religion. We learned about Christians. The only way I learned about Muslims or the culture was by a friend of mine, where I asked him questions. I went, right, why is this? Why is that? What's going on here? And then he used to just explain it to me. And why are we? And then maths. Why is there such things as fucking algebra? No one ever does algebra outside of school ever, unless you're an idiot.
Well, some do in some jobs, but not all.
The X2 thing, the goal, expected goals.
Mark.
That should be banned. Right, let's get on. England versus Croatia, big game.
Yep.
Revenge for the World Cup semis. Yeah, World Cup semis. The best summer of my life. I'm not having any Gareth Southgate horribleness on here, because he gave me some of the best. That summer was the best summer I've experienced in a very long time. I don't give a fuck if we beat Panama, right? And we had the shit teams that we had to play against. I loved it. That was the everything about that was epic. So
we played so much better than we have done in previous tournaments.
Exactly, and Southgate is the one. He still turns me on. Football's coming home again. Do you remember that chant at the World Cup?
Yeah.
Fucking great chant. Anyway, I used to sing that a lot. Anyway, all right, starting 11. Everyone ready for your starting 11? Who you think's going to go where, what happened?
I have never been more ready in my life.
Good. Right. First off, I'm going to ask you to tell me what formation you have gone for.
Okay.
And then we'll start from the goalkeeper and work our way down to the striker. So, Adam, what formation are you gone for?
I'm probably going to go for a 4-2-3-1.
Okay. Matthew.
Or a 4-3-3, however you look at it.
Yeah, same as Adam. I was going to say 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 with a central attacking midfielder.
I've gone for a 4-3-3.
Yep, you've all gone for the same.
But there's no central attacking midfielder. There's 2 CMs, 1 CDM, wingers in that. So goalkeeper. Who's everyone's goalkeeper? Be obvious, isn't it, really? This one.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, whoever.
I'm going controversial. I want Johnston, you know. And I've got a reason why. I think this is how I'm seeing it. No one's had more experience of shots at him across the season. He has the most saves, and I would argue that if you swap Pickford and Johnston round, club-wise, I reckon Everton would have finished higher and West Brom would have conceded more. I think he's actually a better keeper.
Bold statement there.
I know. So but I would say for experience, Pickford. But I'm going to go bold and say Johnston deserves at least the game to
I've got to
prove
write this
himself.
down. I've got to put this on the social medias.
That was a fantastic save the other day, though, against Romania.
Yeah, he had a blinding game that day, in my opinion. He played so well.
Right, so Matthew has gone for Johnston in goal.
I'm going different.
Adam, who are you going for goalkeeper?
I'm going for Pickford, and I think one of the reasons why I'm going for him is because he got Ben Godfrey out of big doo-doo against Austria. I think it was his first touch, Ben Godfrey, and he nearly passed it into his own net. So, you know, for distribution purposes and for the fact that he hasn't made a massive mistake yet, I know that he did make, I think he made one mistake against Spain, I think, away in the Nations League, but it didn't turn out to be costly in the end. He managed to get back. So I'm going to go with Pickford to start in goal.
All right, then. So I've gone for Pickford just because of his footwork. We all know how good he is and what he did for. But at the same time, if Johnston starts in goal, I wouldn't be surprised because he is a very, very. And I would be very shocked if he's still at West Brom next season. He is a Premier League goalkeeper. Dean Henderson as well. Interesting. He could be in the conversation maybe as well, but we will see. Right back. Interesting, this one. You've got 3. Kyle Walker, Reece James. Who's the fuck's the other one?
Trippier.
Thank you. Kieran Trippier. Who's gone for your right back?
Who wants to start?
I'll go first. I've gone for Kyle Walker. Experienced head. Knows the England set up extremely well. Knows how Southgate wants them to play. Could defend when he has to defend. He can slot into a back 5 if we're under the cosh and need to do it. And that's not a waste of a substitution for a centre-back. He can slot in there. And he can also bomb forward, and he's still got absolute sublime amount of pace for a guy that just does not ever seem to slow down. So I've gone for Walker. Adam, did you say you went for him as well?
Yeah, he's a quick Donny, and he's, pretty decent, I think. I'd go with him in a flat back 4. I think, I'd go with Walker definitely. As I said, flat back 4, he's fine. As would actually Reece James and actually Wan-Bissaka as well, even though he's not in the squad. But I think he'll be good in a 4. So I'm going with Kyle Walker at right back.
Matthew, did you say you went for the same thing?
Yeah, I've gone for the same.
Perfect. Let's go left back. Adam.
I'll go with Luke Shaw. Obviously, it's a reasonably close one between Chilwell and Luke Shaw, but I think that Chilwell is probably more of a left wing back now under Tuchel, and I think that I thought Luke Shaw was immense. I can't remember if it was the first game or the second game, but he was very good.
In a friendly.
In a flat back 4. Yeah, in a flat back 4 as well. He's been with Manchester United, and he's been very good this season. So absolutely, I'll go with Luke Shaw. I think he's done enough to start against Croatia. So yeah.
Perfect, Matthew.
Yeah, I agree.
I completely agree as well. I've gone for Luke Shaw as well. 2 centre backs. Are you gone for both? Well, I want both of them, not one at a time. I want both of them.
Stones and Maguire.
Is Maguire going to be fit?
Don't know.
Anything?
I'll say if Maguire's fit, I'll go for Maguire. If Maguire isn't quite making the cut, then it's going to have to be Mings, in my opinion. Which I know is a very, from those faces, that's a very suspect choice. But I don't know, just Cody, and I just don't. I think Mings is better off, a bit more experienced, a bit older.
Adam.
So if Maguire is fit, then I'd have Maguire and Stones. If he's not, then I'll go with White and Stones.
Oh, you bitch. That's who I was going for. Yeah, that's exactly the same as me. If Maguire's not fit, I would put Ben White centre back because his pace and his versatility. That's the reason why he's been selected, is his versatility. He can play centre back, left back, right back, a central defensive midfielder if we need to. He's one of those players that I think I said on the podcast last time that he's a bit like Bukayo Saka, that he's there for experience, knowledge to help him for the future. So that's the reason why I have gone for him as well. CDM. Have we got a CDM or we go 3 centre mids? What are you guys doing?
2 CDMs for me.
2? You've got an old
2
gas.
centre mids. No, centre mid CDMs. So 1 CDM.
All
One
right.
centre
So
mid.
Adam, give me your 2 CDMs.
Rice is one of them, without doubt. So Henderson's injured, isn't he? So
Well,
I
he
don't
played
understand why
45 minutes in the last friendly, and he's looking to be playing in the next game. Apparently.
I don't think he. I'm not sure if he will. I'll go with Bellingham.
Ooh, starting at 18-year-old.
I know. I just don't understand. I don't know who else we have in
Calvin Phillips.
midfield in that position, really. I mean,
I'd have Bellingham over Phillips any day.
Yeah, but position-wise,
I mean, you could have Mount there, but we're going with the 4, so not for me.
All right, then, Matthew, you gone for 2 centre mids, or what you gone for?
Yeah, 2 centre mids. So I'd say if Henderson's fully fit, I feel like he has to be there because of his leadership. But I feel like if he's not, then I agree with Rice and Bellingham. I think after the season Bellingham's had, he's full of confidence, playing Champions League football and playing so well for them. I think he's got to start. And then that'd be my 2 centre mids.
So you gone for Henderson and Rice?
No, Rice and Bellingham. If Henderson's fit, I'm going for Henderson and Bellingham.
That's probably the same as me, to be honest.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on who's fit.
Okay, interesting. So I have gone for a CDM and I've gone for Jordan Henderson. Basically, I've gone for he's captain Liverpool, won the Champions League, been with England everywhere.
If he's not fit.
If he's not fit, then it'll be Calvin Phillips or Rice.
Fair enough.
It will be Calvin Phillips or Rice. I think if the way that I think it will be Rice. If it's not Henderson, it's Rice. But I'm not against Calvin Phillips whatsoever. I really like him, really rate him. He is one of those players where I think if Henderson puts it up, doesn't want to play anymore, it's between now Rice and Phillips. That's the centre defensive midfield role for the future. If Rice is not there, Phillips will be there. So that's who I've gone for. So we've got 2. So you've both gone for 2 centre defensive mids, or 2 centre mids. So now you've got a cam or central attacking midfielder. Who you got for your central attacking midfielders then? Adam, I'll go to you first.
Mason Mount.
Same. It's pretty set. I can't disagree.
So Mount is there. All right then. Any explanation why?
Brilliant season.
Yeah.
Just a good player.
He just won Chelsea's Player of the Season as well.
He's won the current season Champions League, and he's played against one of the best teams in the world and been like outstanding.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. So I've gone for 2 centre mids.
Yeah.
I have gone for Mason Mount, and I have gone for Jack Grealish.
Okay, yeah, okay. I can respect that.
When I watch Jack Grealish, I fucking hate him on the wing. Hate him. He has no pace. He has one trick, and that's get fouled, and which is good. But with someone who I thought his best role that he did in the 2 friendlies was when he was off the striker, off Harry Kane, and going in the box to leave it. And that goal, the first goal where he went through, got tackled, and went over to Saka, and he scored. And the penalty was all down for him coming through the middle, cutting through, and then winning a penalty. So my opinion, I don't want to see Grealish near a wing. I want to see Grealish in the middle where he can get the ball more and conduct play a lot better. But Jack Grealish has to start for me in that role. So we've gone from that to now wingers. Who we both? So I want to hear Matthew. Who have you got on your wings?
This is the hardest part of the whole thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know, like, because, like you said, like Grealish is probably better central, but for me, if I'm purely going off form and who's impressed me in the sort of warm-up games, then I'm going for can you come to me last? Because I actually can't. Because it's
No, I asked you to go first.
All right, on the left, I would say Grealish over Rashford at the moment, which I know is quite bold. And on the right, I would personally have Foden over Sancho for the first game, just by form. So I would probably go for Grealish and Foden, but I would definitely like to see Sancho and Rashford be just as involved. But if I'm going by form and who's impressed me, it's got to be Grealish and Foden.
Okay. Adam.
Same. Exactly the same. I mean, Sancho hasn't really impressed me very much during the warm-up games. I have to be honest with you. And I thought Rashford was not very good during the Europa League final. It was actually better for England than he was in the Europa final. But Sancho isn't impressing me really. I know that he's cutting it at Borussia Dortmund and he's doing well, but for England it just hasn't really clicked yet. And I think if it does, then he'll be a very good asset to us. But for now, I have to have Grealish and Foden.
Okay. So I have gone for a little bit controversial. Just a little bit. So I've gone for, on the right wing, I've gone for the new Paul Gascoigne, Phil Foden. By the way, fucking legend for getting that haircut. Supporting Gaza in Euro 96. Fucking brilliant. And on the left wing, I've gone for Raheem Sterling. I've looked at his stats. Second highest goals for City this season in the Premier League. Second highest most assists for City this season. He has leadership. He has pace. He has skill. He has that determination that everything's against him and he want to come out on top. So for me, Sterling is one of the players that easily makes my team. Do I need to ask everyone who their striker is, or can we all guess who it is?
Yeah, we know striker. Big Harry Kane.
I've gone for Dominic. No, I haven't. I've gone for Harry Kane. I was going to say Calvert-Lewin. No, I've gone for Harry Kane. I would like to see. So for me, with the Sterling situation, it was between Sterling or Sancho. And while I was on the train on the way home, I crossed out Sterling and Sancho about 4 times because I couldn't work out who I wanted most. But I wouldn't put it against Gareth Southgate putting Rashford there. Because he can run at players. He's had a poor Europa League final, but for a man that's done what he's done, I feel like this big stage won't shock him, and he will want to stand out. And he's got a bit more experience to him now, I would like to say. He's only 23, I think. 23, 24, I think. Seems like he's been around forever. But
he appeared at Euro 2016.
Yeah, he's been around forever, and he's someone that I feel
was
like
our best player.
Yeah. And
was on for like 5 minutes.
He was. That was against Iceland, wasn't it? Was it Iceland?
Yeah, and he was our best player, and he was on 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It just tells you, doesn't it, how bad the Iceland game was?
Exactly. I'm not getting any flashbacks. I don't want to think about it. So what I'm going to do is we're doing a little... I'm going to ask you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quick fire questions-ish. Basically, I want to know your answers to it, and we're going to come back to it after the final to see how right or how wrong we are with the answers. Okay? So it's an interesting one. I've had fun with this one. This was very much, I did this on the train today and thinking about it, and it was quite fun to do. So what we're going to do is basically a quick fire round with lots of questions. Oh, fucking hell. Why is that so big? That's what she said. I pasted something on my notes and now it's gone absolutely huge and I did not want that. So the questions are, and this actually, I'm not going to tell you all the questions. I want to know your answers to it when we get to it, and I'll answer it as well, so you won't feel left out. So yeah. So question number 1: who is going to be the biggest standout at Euro 2020? Not England. I'm not talking. This is not England quiz. This is a Euros in general.
The standout player, so the best player in the tournament.
Yeah.
Kante.
By the way, that's a fucking catchy song. I know none of the words. All I know is Kante, Angola, Angola, Kante. That's the only bit I know. Great song. Matthew.
Yeah. I think, not controversially, but I think Haaland is going to really pull through.
He can't. He's not at the Euros, knobhead.
Is he not?
No.
I thought you saw him at training.
He probably might be for like Dortmund, but he definitely ain't for Norway and not even in it.
I thought I saw him saying it's time to go international duty. That's why I thought he was there. Anyway, I'm going to say Foden, quite simply. I think Foden's going to run it.
Okay. I don't think they're going to win it because I think England will. My optimism is really not going to help me in the future. So I am going to go for. I don't really know. I'm stuck. I'm between about 4 players. I'm between Grealish, Mbappe, Timo Werner. I'm not thinking about Chelsea Timo Werner. I think he'll go back to the Leipzig Timo Werner, not the Chelsea Timo Werner. Or Ronaldo. And Ronaldo's in there because I feel like if anyone's going to get Portugal through that group, and let's be honest, it's the group of fucking death. If anyone's going to get Portugal through that group, it's Ronaldo. Do I think he's going to do it? I don't fucking know, to be honest. It all depends on the others. I'm going to go with Grealish. I think he's going to stand out.
We said this wasn't the England quiz.
No, I know. It wasn't going to be. So, this is a team question. This is not an individual player. Who do you think, team-wise, is going to disappoint the most?
France.
Oh,
Jesus.
I think with all the pressure and all the hype and all this they got going about them, just because they've got unbelievable squad depth, which they do have unbelievable squad depth, and they have got loads of stars. But I think people are like, "Oh my god, look at this team that's left out there." I think they're going to crumble under the pressure, and I think they're going to go.
Are we talking? Is it the South Africa World? Was it the South African World Cup? The last World Cup.
Terrible.
Yeah, fuck. That was the Benzema sex tape, and then Henry went on strike against management.
Massive strike, I know that. And
yeah, Nicholas Anelka decided to walk out of the hotel.
Yeah, that was 2010, I think.
Yeah, fucking man.
He got sent home, I think.
Yeah, massive meltdown. So Matthew's predicting another. That was one of the questions. Who's going to have a massive meltdown? But I think this question goes in with it. Meltdown by who's going to do it. Adam, to you, who do you think is going to be the biggest disappointment?
Spain. They might get out of the group stage, but I don't know. I don't see him doing much. And for a team like Spain that was so fantastic a decade ago, I don't think they're going to meet up to expectations. They'll probably win it now, but
They're so winning it now. One of these teams we're going to say is going to be the most disappointing is going to win it. I know my team already. I've gone for the Germans.
one of those teams is definitely going to win it.
Yeah, 100%. I think Lockham Low, him leaving with Fitz, the former Bayern Munich manager that will be taking over. I just feel like they have just dug themselves into a hole where they've gone, bin this off, make us look like we're all right, and then see how it goes from there. Basically how I feel like the Germans are doing it. Not that the Germans have ever done that in the history note of Gazette, like everything precise. The Schnitzel. I did German for 4 years at school, and I can't remember fucking anything. Ich bin ein Feigenschneiger, Morgen Schneiderlin. Sebastian Schweinsteiger. There we go, another German for you. By the way,
Schneidlin's a French player.
He is. I realised halfway through saying it, I was meant to say Schweinsteiger, but Schneiderlin come out, and I was like, what? By the way, Schweinsteiger isn't actually German.
Is he Austrian or something?
No, yeah, he's Austrian. A bit like half of most of the German team in the past. They're all Austrian or.
Wasn't Hitler half Austrian?
Yeah.
Actually, we should get into this.
No, he was born in Austria. Anyway. And then he wrote anyway. I could get myself into it. I'm gonna get rid of this because this is an actual question. This is just me stating a fucking fact. Why have sometimes trained me does not make sense. Adam, Golden Boot.
Harry Kane. Again.
Good show. Matthew.
I agree. Harry Kane.
Could this be the first one that we all agree on it?
That depends if you say Harry Kane or not.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying Harry Kane. There's no way I'm not saying Harry Kane. He is on my list of someone who I'll go for. Most assists. Who do you think is going to get the most assists in this tournament? Bearing in mind, we just said an English player is going to win Golden Boot. Is the English player going to be the one who gets the most assists? By the way, this German accent is not leaving. I really like doing this German accent. Or do you think it's going to be someone like N'Golo Kante? Fucking love that song.
How severe is De Bruyne's injury?
Well, he apparently might have to have surgery. That's one of the hearings I've heard. I've heard nothing else since then. I don't know.
Christ, I don't know.
This is a difficult one. This is the one that I sat on the train really thinking about. I haven't wrote this down. None of my answers are on here. But this was the one that I really struggled with. Who could say... I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going with him. Yeah, I'll go with him. I've gone for Jack Grealish.
Oh, you prick.
Have you gone for the same?
Well, I'll change it up because I like to be different, and we've gone for a couple of similar ones. But I was going to say Jack Grealish, but arguably, just saying, if James Ward-Prowse was in the squad, I reckon he would have got it. Just saying.
I wouldn't go that far.
Those set pieces, they are disgusting. They would have got at least 30 goals. Anyway, I'd say Mount.
Oh,
I think Mount could do it.
Another Englishman.
You got to back up.
I'm gonna go for Mbappe because I was gonna have him down as a Golden Boot, and I think he actually might win Golden Boot, but I think maybe him, like if he starts on like the wing or something, he could be lethal. And plus, I don't have any other names to me, so.
What goalkeeper is gonna keep the most clean sheets?
Johnston, because he won't start.
No, players that play a regular, you twat.
I'm
looking. I've literally got the group stages in front of me, and I'm looking at the group stages to see who could keep the most clean sheets.
Who's the starting Holland keeper? Is it Krul or Sillerson?
I don't know. Well, if Louis van Gaal's in charge, Tim Krul will go and go for penalty. So I don't.
Because otherwise, I'm going to select a second choice Dutch keeper for my clean sheet. So I'm going to look like a right plonker.
I know. I've already picked mine. I've just picked it.
Who?
I've gone for Timo. I don't know if his name's Timo Courtois.
Yeah, no, about that. I'm gonna say Courtois. I got about that because their group isn't even that impressive as well.
No, their group is really shit. They got Russia, Denmark, Finland. The only team I think will give them struggle is probably Denmark. That's about it, I think.
I was going to go with Sillerson, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go with Courtois.
So we've all gone for the same one. That's perfect. This is one of those that I feel like we're going to have to discuss quite at length at the end of the tournament. What we think. Basically, I've gone for like we did for the Reddit podcast, and we voted it for Tom Holmes. Shock player of the tournament. Who do you have that loads of countries are looking at going, I don't know who he is. And then this player turns up, rocks up, and just absolutely destroys people. Who are you going for that?
Silva for Portugal, the striker from the Bundesliga, who got like really good, he was like second top goal scorer. I think he's gonna have a really good tournament.
Andre Silva.
But I think that people are gonna, because of his, it's either him or it's Turkey striker Yilmaz, the one who did well for League 1. It's between them two. Because they're not really that well known, but I think they'll shock a few.
So you go for Andre Silva? Because I can spell that.
Yeah, we'll go for that because you can spell
basically the only reason why.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I can't spell the other one. Fuck, I really haven't thought about this. I know. I think I know who I'm going to go for. No, he's not. No, they're not going to do well. I was going to go Josh McGinn, Scotland and Aston Villa player, but then I realised he's playing for Scotland, so that they won't do much. Hold on. I think I've just thought of something, but Adam, who you go for?
I was going to go with Kieran Tierney, but he's already like quite established. But I think you could take it to the next level. But does that really count?
Yeah, it count. I wouldn't say what. I don't think why it wouldn't count. I don't think why.
Yeah, I think he might take it to the next level. So, Kieran Tierney, I think. Just hopefully not against England, because that would be a disaster.
Good. The Scottish.
I'm concerned about him and Robertson there. I think they're going to be solid.
Yeah, but it's Scotland, isn't it?
I've gone for Clark.
Yeah, but it's still Scotland, isn't it? I've gone for someone that not many people know. I've gone for Jamel Malissa. Basically, he is a 18-year-old German international. He played for England's youth, and he was born in Germany, but he played through some of the England youth and he was eligible to play for Germany. He's 18. He's only made a couple of appearances. I think he plays for a Bayern München, if you're German, or in any other around the world, Bayern Munich. He's 18. He's one of those wonder kids that you see. And I feel like I don't think Joachim Low would have called him up if he's not going to play him. I don't think anyone's going to do a Theo Walcott again. Well, I say that. You watch him not fucking.
That was strange.
That was fucking weird. Still to this day, just felt wrong.
Thinking it was Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Didn't he sign for Arsenal and then 2 days later get a call up to the England team? Wasn't that how it went?
I think didn't he see Theo Walcott in like a training session or something? I can't remember what happened with Sven. I don't know what. I don't understand some of his decisions, to be honest with you. The guy spent £9.5 million on Benjani, and Harry Redknapp was saying only Sven could spend that much on him. So there you go. And he also lost 8 away, I think.
If you listen to the Peter Crouch podcast and you've listened to it from the beginning, Sven sounds like a man that everyone should love. Just pointing that out. He seems like a legend. A bit of a weird question, but this is the last one of it that we're going to go back to. Which player is going to disappoint you the most? Who do you think's going to have an absolute fucking shocker this tournament? It's a fucking hard question, this one. I think I know the player, but he's one of those players that will be hit or miss. Yeah, I'm going for him. Matthew? Adam?
Gareth Bale, I think, will be a massive disappointment.
That's a good shout.
Someone who is.
I
I don't know why he'll probably have a storming tournament because it's with Wales, but there's a chance that he's going to be rubbish. And you still think of Gareth Bale really as a really world-class player.
Well, you do if you're Tottenham. Anyone else could just see him. He just wants to play golf. Matthew.
Pogba. Because I think all I hear people saying is, "Oh, Pogba for France is a different breed of player," and I think he is a good player when he wants to play, but I still think that I feel like that pressure might get to him a little bit. The pressure of, if he doesn't perform for United, it's always, oh, it's the manager, oh, it's how he's being played, oh, it's they don't play his style. If he doesn't perform for France, people are going to start going, is he really that good?
Matthew doesn't like the French.
No, I'm just saying.
To be fair, I will say this: I don't like the fucking French, so it's fine. Arrogant.
To be fair, there was huge expectations on them, so I'd understand why you kind of pick that.
Yeah, you've got them to have the biggest disappointing.
But yeah.
Jesus, Matthew, I thought my hatred for the French was bad.
Well, I hate them. I just think they're overhyped and they piss me off.
So you hate them?
I think Matthew came with that Brexit means Brexit energy this afternoon, this evening, tonight, whenever it is.
He's gone for that old Gareth McCleary anger that everyone should have, but wants to lick his arsehole. Anyway, so predictions time. We've got 4 games for everyone to have a predict for Matchday 1. So
let's get McCleary in there. He's from Jamaica.
Yeah, I know, but anytime I can slag him off, it's going to happen. So we've got England versus Croatia. We've got France versus Germany. We've got Wales versus Switzerland. And we've got Spain versus Sweden. I chose Spain versus Sweden because it's Ibrahimovic versus Spain. Basically it. And all the other games were quite weird. And Wales, I thought I'd get another home nations team in while I can until they get knocked out of the group stage. So how many home nations countries can I piss off in one go? I've rinsed Scotland and I've rinsed Wales. Adam, England actually no, fuck that. That's going last. Spain versus Sweden.
What I would say is Northern Ireland aren't even in it, so there we go. Spain versus Sweden, 1-0 Spain win. Ooh. There'll be a slender win for Luis Enrique and his Donnies.
1-0 spin. Okay. Matthew.
1-1.
Oh.
I can back that, actually. I can back it, but I'll still stay with 1-1.
First game nerves, I reckon.
Yeah. I don't know why I've wrote this, whatever the fuck it's saying is. I've gone 2-1 Sweden. But I don't know why.
Go with it.
I've written it and I've gone, why? Basically, why? All right, then next game. Wales versus Switzerland. Matthew.
1-0 Wales.
All right, bonus point for who you think's going to score.
Oh, we do have to Bale. Because I don't know many other Welsh players.
Adam.
1-0 Switzerland.
Oh, bonus point. No, I won't do that to you. I won't do that to you.
Fabian Schär from Newcastle, if he's even been called up. Or Mbolo. Is Mbolo been called up?
I don't know. I need to have a look at that.
I'm going to say Mbolo, and if he's not in the squad, then it's fine.
Hold on.
He might still score.
Hold on. Everyone carry on talking while I Google this.
Brett, I think it's Brett Mbolo.
Yeah. He's football manager legend and FIFA career mode god. I remember him. I used to buy him all the time. Here we go. Striker. He is. Embolo. Who do you think he played for? The last time I remember, he played for Braga. No, was it Braga? No, Basel. Basel. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think he plays for now?
Some next weird team. I think it's like
Copenhagen.
All right. Matthew.
Oh, Reading. He's our upcoming signing.
Well, I doubt it because he plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, he does. No, thank you. Because he plays with his teammate Zakaria. I think it's Zakaria, and he's quite a good little player. I'm right. I might be so wrong. Please.
Yeah.
I think you are right.
Yeah. Did Embolo play for Copenhagen, or am I just dreaming this?
You might be dreaming that.
Another weird dream. Don't ask Ryan about weird dreams to me.
No, they're quite weird. I've gone for 2-0 Wales. I don't know what I've gone. Bale is the bonus point. I don't know why I've gone for anyway. France versus Germany. Fuck me. Oh, this is hard. I don't know about this one. This one's really struggled me. I tell you.
2-0 France.
Oh, add them in there. All right then. Bonus point for the first goal scorer.
Mbappe.
Okay. Matthew.
I'm concerned with how decisive I've been. Usually I'll have a think about it.
You were really quick then. I'm slightly worried. I feel like you've gone to the future, seen it, and you've gone, fuck it, I know the score already. I know what's happening. 2-0 France.
I just have visions of Mbappe going past Marcus Rojo in World Cup.
Was that the World Cup when he literally outpaced him like by a mile?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And Rojo just like literally just dragged him down.
Yeah. That's the only thing you can fucking do against him, I think. Matthew.
Yes.
Score. France versus Germany.
To carry on my quite obvious hatred, it's not hatred. I actually think it's going to be 1-0 Germany, like a last-minute Werner goal.
So you sticking with Werner, the additional point?
I'm sticking. Get them out. They're going. I'm telling you now. I'm going to bet on them to go out the tournament in the group stage.
Do you see the President Macron got?
He got slapped.
He got slapped. I think that's Matthew.
No, listen, yeah.
He does deserve a slap though.
No, because if I'm right, if all these come true, you're going to look at me and go, "Oh my god, you called it! Holy crap, you're a beast!" Do you know what I mean? So like, obviously, if it's wrong, you can laugh at me. But
yeah. At the same time, if they go on and fucking win it, you're going to look like a right dick.
Oh, like a dickhead.
But I understand because there's so much expectation on this. They're like favourites, I think, probably to win this one, knowing that they've won the World Cup. So yeah, I mean, with the weight of expectation, and you don't know how Paul Pogba is going to perform. Then yeah,
I have gone for very optimistic, by the way, 3-3. I think they're going to go, fuck defending. Let's score. And I've gone for first goal scorer. Adsabano, Gante, Engolo, Gante, Adsabano, Gante. Anyway, I'm in love with that. I'm just in love with Kante. I think he deserves the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. Here we go. Last one. England versus Croatia. Big game. Most important game, I think. All the others are piss easy, I think. So this is gonna. I think whoever's gonna be top two will be this. So Matthew, what's the score gonna be?
Sorry, which game again? Sorry.
England versus Croatia.
Oh, 4-0 England. Foden's gonna get 2, and so's Grealish.
Are you actually going for this?
Oh, I'm going for it. Put it down, please. Every game for England's going to be 4-0 wins. I'm not going anything lower than 4.
Okay. All right. First goal scorer.
I've said who. Oh, first one, Foden.
Followed by we did score 6 against Panama, so anything can happen.
Exactly.
And 5 first half goals as well. So.
It's fucking Panama.
If we would have continued on the same rate, I know it's quick maths, but we've scored 10 in that game. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
We would have annihilated them, I think.
Do you remember when I think it was North Korea got annihilated by Portugal, like 7-0, and then they got a dressing down by the North Korean government for playing so badly on live telly? Because they especially like put this game on live telly because you know everything's controlled by North Korea and their officials, and they don't allow access to the internet. So what they did for a treat was they put Portugal versus North Korea on, and they lost like 7-0. And I think like Helder Postiga like scored a hat trick. Imagine being a North Korean. Oh, Christ.
Goodness gracious me.
Kim Jong-un!
We have to do our service.
Oh, hell! Kim Jong-un!
Okay, please don't do that. Don't want to.
How many people have I just...
Those godcasts shouting Kim
We...
Jong-un.
No, I'm not saying that. I was about to say something. I was going to say, I ain't saying that.
No.
I ain't saying that. Adam.
2-1 England win. I think we're going to score 2 early goals now. I think Croatia are going to pull it back, and then we're going to bite our fingernail.
Who's going to get the first goal for England?
The first goal is going to be Grealish.
Do you know what? I like Matthew's optimism.
It's going to backfire.
Yes,
No, it's not. Listen.
I have gone for 3-0 England. And
Jesus.
I've gone first goal scorer Harry Kane. What I didn't do, which I forgot, Spain versus Sweden. We didn't get first goal scorer. So Adam, you've gone for 1-0 Spain. Who's going to be your first goal scorer for Spain? You can't say Fernando Torres.
It's Fatty in the.
No,
I'm not talking about Callum
injured?
Patterson who plays. I'm not talking about Callum Patterson who plays for Sheffield Wednesday. I'm talking about the player called Fatty.
So the strikers hold on. Gerard Monero, Villarreal, Alvaro Morata, Ferran Torres, Adama Traore, and Mikel Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad. The midfielders is Marcus Llorente, Sergio Busquets, Rodri, Pedri, Thiago, Coke, Fabian, Dani Almo, and Pablo Sabria. Don't know why he's a midfielder. He's a striker. He might be playing on the wing for PSG. So
I reckon Coke is probably good down the lines.
There you go.
Absolutely. We need a bit of drug humor in this podcast. I think that was what it was lacking. I think it's complete now. I'm going to go with...
Hold on. You said we need some more... Do you know what? We're doing it more. Next episode, I'm going to find as many drug puns as I can for the Euros. That's a challenge that I'm accepting myself. So I've actually joked as the person that you're going to think's going to score. But anyway, are you going for first goal scorer?
Me? Or are you going... Because you put me down as Coke.
You.
I'm going with Marassa.
Oh, you've gone against everyone on the internet. They think he's shit.
Yeah, but what's the internet?
You've set yourself up there to be battered. Welcome to my house. Matthew, you've gone for a 1-1 draw.
I'll say both. I'll say Ibra and Torres.
You go for Torres?
Ibra and Torres, like for the
Yeah. I just want who's going to score first.
Oh, I reckon Spain will score first. Torres.
All right. I've gone for 2-1 Sweden, and I'm going for Ibra. Fucking easy because I don't know anyone else. So let's quickly go through them. Spain versus Sweden. Adam's gone for a 1-0 win with Morata scoring first. Matthew's gone for a 1-1 draw with Fernando Torres who get the first goal. And I have gone for a 2-1 Sweden win with Zlatan Ibrahimovic getting the goal. Wales versus Switzerland. We've got Adam that's gone for a 1-0 Switzerland win with Mbolo getting the goal. Matthew's gone for a 1-0, Wales win with Bale getting the goal. And I have gone for a 2-0 Wales win with Bale getting the first goal. France versus Germany. Adam has gone for a 2-0 baguette win with Mbappe getting the first goal. Matthew has gone for his Brexit means Brexit attitude and gone for Timo Werner to get the goal. And
Germany are in the EU as well.
Yeah, and that don't really work. Has gone for. I can't say.
Brexit means Brexit.
Yeah, it's hatred against the French, where he's gone for a Timo Werner goal. I've gone for a 3-3 draw with N'Golo Kante getting the first goal. England versus Croatia, the most important game in the Euros. Adam has gone for a 2-1 win with Grealish getting the first goal. Matthew has gone for a 4-0 win with Foden getting one of the 4. And I have gone for a 3-0 England win with Kane getting it. We will post all of our predictions as well over the social media over the coming weekend and all that, kind of leading up to the Euros. And we've done our starting 11. I've gone for the starting 11 against Croatia in full. Pickford, Walker, Maguire, Stone, Shaw, Henderson, Mount, Grealish, Foden, Kane, Sterling. Matthew has gone for Johnston, Walker, Maguire, Stones and Shaw. Bellingham, Rice, Mount. Wingers, Grealish and Foden. And up front, Harry Kane. Adam has gone for Pickford, Walker, Maguire, Stones, Shaw. Henderson, Bellingham, all Rice. Mount, Grealish, Foden, and Kane.
No, hang on a second.
I've done that the wrong way around. I've done it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
I did it the wrong way around. I realised halfway through reading that. So yeah, remember it the other way around. That's basically how it went. So yeah. So yes. So that's the end of episode 2 of the Euros. I had to fucking think, man. Of the Euros podcast. We will be back after the end of Matchday 1. When Matchday 1 ends, we will be back. And when we're back, we're going to be discussing all of Matchday 1, the big talking points, the massive highlights, the big yay. Are we crying over England? Are we celebrating? Is football coming home? Are 3 lions on our chest? Is John Barnes doing world in motion? Are we walking down the road, pushing people out of the way, going a bucket of Vindaloo? Are we crying in our pillows going, fuck's sake, it's another tournament that we're going to be knocked out on? You will all find out with us next episode of the Robbo's Gobcast Sports Show on the Euros podcast. We will see you guys very, very soon. All peace, all love, and all care. And peace.
Bye.
Football's coming home.